and we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell a story of reach inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and we feel the power in each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we shout silence of sacred space, and the God of our heart stirs within, and we feel the power of each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place.
Thank you.
Welcome to Valley Unitarian Universalist Congregation on this week of the last quarter of the snow moon. The last quarter moon of February, according to the astrologist, is a time to ask if you are tapping into what it means to feel alive. This coming Tuesday at 5 o'clock in the morning, for those of you who wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, the new moon will arrive, marking the beginning of the lunar new year, the year of the horse, and more specifically, the year of the fire horse, a rare 60-year event that is said to be a year of intense energy, rapid change, and bold, transformative action. On March 3rd, if you're awake at 5 o'clock a.m., you can see a total lunar eclipse of the full moon, the worm moon, the March moon. VUU is a welcoming community that honors diversity in all of its forms. If we were a literary style, our style would be heteroglossia, where meaning is constructed through the interaction of different voices rather than through a single monologue. Unitarianism and Universalism have their background in progressive Christianity, but Unitarian Universalism draws its faith from many sources, including Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, and the religions of the world, but also from earth-centered and pagan traditions, humanism, and most of all, from our collective experiences in the world. Our theme for this month's services and for today's service, is embodying resilience. My name is Joel Sanis. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be assisting with the service today. Our settled minister, Sarah Oglesby Dunnigan, is out of the pulpit today, taking a well-earned sabbatical. And today, we are blessed to have the Reverend Dr. Robert Howard, as he said in his email to me, Bob, please, in the pulpit today. Bob is an ordained minister in the Christian Church Disciples of Christ. He attended Phillips Graduate Seminary in Enid, Oklahoma, with his wife, Marilyn, and Marilyn is here today, too. I saw her. Hello, Marilyn. Thank you for being here. Also an ordained minister. In fact, they were ordained at the same time, so which was an unusual first time dual ordination of husband and wife. I also learned that they will be celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary this next 2 weeks. Congratulations. Bob just retired as pastor of Community Christian Church in Tempe, and he currently serves, and you'll be familiar with this, as one of the chairs for the Arizona Poor People's Campaign. Bob earned his PhD in 2001 from Vanderbilt University in homiletics and liturgics. He will examine 2 creation stories today in his sermon that ask us, who tells you who you are? Today, if there are any visitors and you're willing to say hello, could you please stand or give a wave so that we can welcome you, including you, Marilyn, if you could wave. Yes, welcome everyone. And to help us stay connected, please sign in using the QR code on the screen. If we can move to that slide, please, the QR code. There we go. After the service, feel free to grab a snack and some tea or coffee and then join our welcome circle to your left over here under the windows. The welcome circle will be facilitated by our new member coordinator, Doug Ninsel. I saw Doug here. There he is. Good morning, Doug. Thanks for being here. You can meet members, ask questions, and learn more about our congregation. If we could now, let's say hello to our online viewers just by waving up towards the screen. We can't see them, but they can see us, so let's give a wave to welcome them. I know that we have 2 members who are watching online, Sandy Whitley and Bill Elliott. So hello, Sandy. Hello, Bill. I also want to give a special welcome to my dear friend and the friend of all of this congregation, Joanne Smith, who is here today. She has been watching. Joanne has been watching online since December. Joanne overcame since September, Joanne overcame some injuries to her foot and her knee, and I can tell you that having discussed and seen Joanne's efforts, it's been a real inspiration. So welcome, specifically, Joanne. Today and through the week, pastoral care, if we could go to the next slide, will be provided by Janet Cantley. Hello, Janet. She's in the sanctuary. And Lisa Benign online. They will be responsible for pastoral care for the following week. So if you need a listening ear or some support to buoy you through the day, you can contact the Lay Pastoral Care Group by email at pastoralcare@vuu.org. We also have a Caring Neighbors group, and their purpose is to foster a loving and caring community in which VUU members and friends nurture, support, and assist one another through life's joys and trials with things like meals, social gatherings, and occasional rides. If you do need any assistance from our Caring Neighbors, please email caringneighbors@vuu.org. Are we on stolen land? It is a question that has been in the news after artist Billie Eilish's acceptance of the Grammy Award for Song of the Week 2 years ago, where she said in her acceptance, "No one is illegal while we're on stolen land." It created a controversy, so much so that in a hearing in the Senate about the proposed merger between Times Warner and Netflix, a very wonky antitrust hearing, Senator Ted Cruz asked a perplexed Netflix CEO, Ted Sarandos, "Are we right now on stolen land?" in the way that Ted Cruz can ask his questions. Whether we say the land we are on today was stolen or not, we are grateful that the ancestors of the O'odham, Pima, and Peepash Maricopa peoples as the original stewards of the Salt River Valley and for the teachings of the Navajo, Hopi, and Apache peoples of Arizona and the other 22 federally recognized Arizona tribes, emphasizing the enduring sacred connection these communities have to the land, which has sustained them for centuries and sustains us today. We will now light our chalice. Our invitation to worship is excerpts from the poem Let America Be America Again, written in 1935 by Langston Hughes. Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plain, seeking a home where he himself is free. America was never America to me. Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be that great, strong land of love, where never kings connive nor tyrants scheme, that any man may be crushed by one above. It was never America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is the air we breathe. Who said the free? Not me, surely not me. The millions on relief today, the millions shot down when we strike, the millions who have nothing for our pay. Oh yes, I say it plain, America never was America to me, and yet I swear this oath, America will be. Out of the rack and ruin of our gangster death, the rape and rot of graft, and stealth and lies, we, the people, must redeem the land, the mines, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, and the endless plain, all the stretch of these great green states, and make America again.
We would love if you're willing to stand and able to stand and join us for Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Around from the Social Justice Hymnal. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on a walking, keep on a talking. My
Willis. Hi. Do you want me to read the? That's fine. Why don't you come on up here and say it? Yes, get you a microphone.
Good morning. Can we get a couple strong volunteers to get chairs for our readers, Miss Roz and Miss Cynthia? Thank you so much. Thank you. That was a fun song. Good morning, everyone. My name is Will Bliss. Oh, we got our air purifiers installed today. I'm going to try taking this mask off. I was spoken to about it so many times. Thank you for the congregation for agreeing to put the air purifiers in. I do have long COVID, and I have connective tissue disorders, and my shoulder's dislocated last time I got COVID, both of them at the same time for many days. Yeah, not fun. So I do have some housekeeping to go over. So if you have children that you would like to have enrolled in class today and you haven't yet, please go over to the RE table and register them for class today. Our teachers are back there and up here. So today we have Miss Celia and Miss Emma teaching nursery to second grade. And then we have Miss Cynthia and Miss Mel in fourth to middle school class. After Time for All Ages, we're going to learn a little song with Miss Meg, the music director, and then walk out on our discovery walk, the children and the teachers and I. Parents are welcome to join, you don't have to. And we walk out to the garden, to the classrooms, and parents are welcome to pick their children up until 1 p.m. Next Sunday is our luncheon fundraiser for our Hopi Nation service trip in June. We will do one every month. And last month we made $240 for our elders gift baskets. So thank you so much. We hope you will join us next Sunday for that. There is one more thing that I wanted to say. There are a couple events that we are having that you can find on during parent pickup when you pick your children up. That's all I'm going to say about those. And then, yeah, I'm going to hand it off to Miss Roz and Miss Cynthia, who are going to read a book by a local author who's putting together a children's book fair for Black History Month in Phoenix starting next week. It's an entire week long. The author's name is Erica. Oh, there it is. Thank you. And she's local to Chandler here, and an educator, was I think was Miss Cynthia's friend, and I did not print these out. The book is called Beauty in the Birthmark, and it's an incredible book about kindness and teaches empathy, understanding, and acceptance. Builds self-esteem as children fully embrace themselves and what makes them unique. So thank you to Ms. Roz and Ms. Cynthia, and to the children.
Hello. Good morning. And you'll see the slides behind us. I'm going to begin reading, and then Ms. Roz. I am beauty with a birthmark. On the right side of my face, I had it since I was born. It's the same exact place.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Bad. But the pictures are up there that go with the book. My birthmark travels with me everywhere I go. It's a special part of me, just like my fingers and my toes.
We've been to school, piano, Girl Scouts, cheer, and track. My birthmark is something that I would never give back.
We travel many places and meet beautiful new faces. We love it when we have to pack our suitcases. We live in Arizona, also known as out west. Visiting family across the country is simply the best.
I am a beauty with a birthmark on my mocha-colored skin, and my birthmark and I have made some very good friends.
They are supportive, fun, and part of many things that I do. True friends will accept your birthmark as being a part of you.
I am a beauty with a birthmark that started out being dark green, black, brown, red, and purple are birthmark colors I have seen.
I'm a beauty with a birthmark with an interesting name. My dermatologist or skin doctor took the time to explain.
These are many types of birthmarks, so I'll just name a few. Some people have one, and many have more than two.
One type of birthmark is called a salmon patch. That's weird. Birthmarks are not just like a cold, they're not something you can catch.
Salmon patches are the back of the neck or called stalk bites. They may fade away with time. They might disappear from sight.
Angel kisses or salmon patches located on the face. Birthmarks make you special because you cannot be replaced.
My birthmark is Novus of Atta and does not cause me any pain. Other types of birthmarks can be Mongolian spots and porcine stains.
I am a beauty with a birthmark, which gives me a very distinct look. One day, I'll rock the runway and grace the cover of a magazine or book.
Everyone has a mark, maybe a scar, freckles, or a mole. What matters most of all is the beauty deep down in your soul.
You are a beauty who may have a mark located on your skin. It's beautiful on the outside, but true beauty comes from within.
Now, we have a list here about glossaries, and this is a little girl with freckles. And it's a group of brown spots found on the face most of the time. This little boy has a moles, brown or black spots that can be found anywhere on the body, which can change in size and color as children grow older. This little boy has a Mongolian spots, a flat, dark area that is blue, green, or closer to black. It may look like a bruise on the back of the butt. It may disappear as children grow older. Novus of Alta, which is what I have, a dark area on the face and around the eye that is blue or brown in color. It may also be a darker spot on the white portions of the eye. Now, this little girl has a porcine stains, pink or purple birthmark that is permanent and often changes colors as children grow older. And lastly, this little boy has a salmon patch, pink or reddish patches found on the back of the neck, eyelids, or between the eyes. They sometimes disappear as children grow older, and also known as stalk bites and angel kisses.
So do any of you have a birthmark, or you know someone who has a birthmark? You do?
I have one on my leg, but it's not that big.
Well, a lot of them are pretty small, but it still makes you special, and it'll probably never go away. Josephine has a birthmark, but it's underneath her arm. And where's your birthmark? On your back. Yeah. So just remember, whether you have a birthmark or not, you're unique just as you are. And continue to be beautiful inside and out. And now, Miss Meg is going to teach us a song to sing you out.
I think I need the kids to stand so I can see them. Would you guys mind standing for me? Now, I'm going to need your help because we started this song like a month ago, and I think you might remember it because you have better memories than I do. And so it went a little like this. Tell me if you remember this. It went all over the room today, in our work and in our play, all over the school today, kindness is the way. Do you guys remember that? Okay, good. We're going to learn the second half of it, and then when you guys walk out, we'll sing it to you as you walk out. You got it? Can you guys help me with that? Okay. So the second half is, it can take the clouds away, it can bring the sun to play, if I make the choice to say, kindness is the way. Would you do it with me? Try it. Ready, and it can take the clouds away, it can bring the sun to play, if I make the choice to say, kindness is the way. We need a reminder to be kinder, to pause before we speak. Will my words build up, show love, 'cause that is what we need. It can take the clouds away, it can bring the sun to play, it can make the choice to say, kindness is the way. Every day. What do you think? Can we sing them out to this? All right. Have a great day in classes, everybody. Ready, and it can take the clouds away, it can bring the sun to play, if I make the choice to say, kindness is the way. We need a reminder to be kinder, to pause before we speak. Will my words build up, show love, 'cause that is what we need. It can take the clouds away, it can bring the sun to play, if I make the choice to say, kindness is the way. Every day.
For centering, I want to recall some good news during the week. This week, the procession of Buddhist monks arrived in Washington, D.C. after walking from Texas, a walk for peace. It took 109 days, and they walked 2,300 miles, receiving and giving blessings along their long walk. On Wednesday, they live-streamed the loving kindness meditation led by the Venerable Bhikkhu Panakara. May their example inspire us to find loving kindness in ourselves and our world. During our centering hymn, if you would like to light a candle or move a rock or any of our other rituals on the side of the sanctuary, please do that while we sing. Whenever it seems like the world could not become more chaotic and the events of the day could not seem more surreal, something happens that is the equivalent of the cliche, the world saying, "Hold my beer." The Billie Eilish controversy from the Grammys, the ridiculous controversy over Bad Bunny's performance at the Super Bowl, the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping, the president threatening to close the newly built Gordie Howe Bridge between Ontario and Michigan until the province of Ottawa treats the United States with the fairness and respect that we deserve. Of course, the killings by ICE in Minneapolis, the tariffs, the court cases, Attorney General Pam Bondi's testimony about the Epstein files. Every day creates a new set of facts to integrate into our worldview. The speed of information we absorb willingly and unwillingly is creating pervasive worry and anxiety, and it challenges our ability to focus on what is true and beautiful in our lives. For me, sometimes I turn off the news and listen to audiobooks to escape. Even that doesn't always work for me. I've been listening to the book, Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. It's a great book. It's by Robert Sapolsky and explains that while zebras experience acute stress, like escaping from a predator, humans suffer from chronic psychological stress, which over time wears down the body and causes stress-related diseases like ulcers, heart disease, and depression. The book opens with an early animal testing experiment on lab mice, where it was first discovered that rats placed under stressful conditions have enlarged adrenal glands, which is evidence that external stress creates internal physical symptoms. In one of the chapters, Sapolsky detailed the work in the 1950s by Kurt Richter, a professor at Johns Hopkins, who did what is now a famous drowning rats psychology experiment. In the experiment, rats were placed in water to see how long they would swim before giving up. In the first part of the experiment, the rats or mice would panic in the water and struggle for a short period of time before they gave up and drowned. In a second experiment, just as the rats appeared to be giving up, the researchers would remove them from the water, dry them off, and let them rest. A deus ex machina miracle for the mice. Then the researchers placed the mice back into the water, and in the experiment, the mice who had been saved once swam for much longer. In some of the interpretations of the study, the rats were able to swim for 60 times as long merely because they had been saved once from the water. It's not a pleasant experiment, but the experiment, if you look up Kurt Richter, rat drowning experience, those are your Google search terms, you will find lots of self-help and self-improvement websites who say that the experiment shows the power of hope. As I'm listening to why zebras don't get ulcers to find a way to prevent me from getting ulcers from stress, I thought they needed to do an experiment to prove that help gives hope. Help gives hope. We don't need experiments where we want to call people for the ethical treatment of animals to prove what we know intuitively, that help gives hope. Another way I escape from the news cycle is to read kind of geeky academic articles with lots of big words. I was given one this week to prepare for the service, and it was an article by Bob, sitting right here. He sent me his article, "The Electronic Pulpit, a Cautionary Cheer." The subject of Bob's article was on the use of electronic images to accompany sermons like this sermon, like the slide we have in front of us. And Bob's point was that the slides can be helpful, but the electronic parts of the service can also detract from the message. So it was this highly academic article. It reminded me of Marshall McLuhan's "The Medium is the Message," and also Plato's criticism of art as a dangerous copy of a copy removed from reality, and even Lacan's signifiers and signified distinctions. So I enjoyed it. It was a great article, Bob. I already told him that. But there is a line from Bob's article that struck me, and this is it. "Hearing a living word in the bodily presence of others is consummately propinquent." I had to look up propinquent. I did not know what that meant. So I learned it's a Latin word, and it's derived from Latin, and it means to bring closer together. Bob's right here, so he can refute my interpretation, but what I took from the line was, sitting here together today in this sanctuary, listening to the music and the poetry and the words in this sermon, they all bring us together. I have asked before as a worship associate, why are you here today? It's a fair question. We could all be doing a lot of other things than coming to services on a Sunday morning. Attendance at churches, temples, and congregations, as we know, is declining. But just by being here today, you are helping and bringing hope. Studies show repeatedly that attending a worship service regularly, or really doing anything regularly that brings us into relation with others, reduces stress, increases happiness, combats loneliness, and on balance, lets us live longer, more fulfilling lives. Recently, my brother and a couple of my friends have started to challenge me to do more in the face of the present regime's authoritarianism and repression. And I struggle. What more can I do? I go to the marches occasionally. I'm going to vote. I'm going to support candidates who will reverse this regime's authoritarianism. They want me to go to a labor walkout, but I had to work that day. They wanted me to cancel one of my media subscriptions, but I'm very addicted to my media subscriptions. But on a personal level and a practical level, I do something when I come here, and you do as well, by giving support to the growing message coming from this congregation, UU congregations around the country, and progressive liberal religions in general, that we will hold the arc of justice where it is, we will not let it bend back, and together we will resume the incremental day-to-day process of returning the arc's bend toward justice. So let us be propinquent together. Let us be brought into propinquity in this service. May it be so.
Well, you've had the sermon. I can just sit down. But I want to say thank you, first of all, for the opportunity to come here to speak, to be a part of your propinquent community. See, if nothing else, you've learned something. You can talk with your friends and neighbors. Ah, that's so propinquent. And we pray for Pastor Sarah, for Reverend Sarah, that this may be a time of renewal for her. A friend of mine once told me about his growing up days. Said that whenever he acted up, got out of line, did the kid stuff that kids will do, right? His grandma would grab his ear and lecture him, "You are a tailor. Tailors don't do that." He said, "Riley, this happened more than once. But he added, with her help, I learned who I was. She would tell me the stories, tell the stories of the family, the ancestors. They piled up and they told me who I was." Friends, as Joel mentioned, these are days of struggle. No surprise there. And the propagandists are trying to sell us a false story of who we are. The White House posted during Black History Month a vile racist video of the Obamas using AI to overlay their faces on the bodies of apes. As John Casey wrote in Raw Story, that trope Trump menacingly shared has justified enslavement, lynching, segregation, and state violence for centuries. It is not accidental. It is not humorous at all. It is violent in its intent and impact. When Trump was asked, he says, if he would apologize to the Obamas, he said, "No, I didn't make a mistake." Friends, James Crow has escaped the museum. And he's spreading lies that some people are better than others. Well, guess what? There's nothing new about that. Just the latest version of the same old story. Fly back through time, back 3,000 years or so ago, to the temples of ancient Babylon. The Enuma Elish story tells Babylon's story of how everything was created. The gods battled, and Marduk, the wisest of the gods, overcame and slaughtered Tiamat. Then he chopped up her body, get that? Violence against women, you think that's new? And tossed around the pieces to create the world, the sky, the waters. And he created the months, the sun, the moon, territorial boundaries, and on and on. And then Marduk and the gods created humans out of the bloody remains of Kingu, leader of the defeated rebellious gods. Listen, from an ancient clay tablet. I will establish man. I will establish the savage. Man shall be his name. Verily, savage man will I create. He shall be charged with the service to the gods, that they might be at ease. Hear this violent story of the origins that Israel's exiles were told by their Babylonian conquerors, who had dragged them hundreds of miles away from the smoking ruins of God's home in Jerusalem. This is humanity's reason to be on earth, to serve the gods. And you exiles, you are here to serve us. You are our slaves now, chained. You will always be a slave. There is no other reality. That's just the way it is. From creation on, you were born to be a slave, you will live a slave, you will die a slave. That's who you are. A creation story that from the very get-go sets up a top-down pyramid of pain in which the elite 1% lords it over the rest of us poor slobs below. We're better than you. You were created from the leftover parts of a slaughtered, rebellious God. That's who you are. Step out of your place and we will slap you back down or deport you or suffocate you to death on a Minneapolis street with a knee on your neck. From violent destruction to the violence of slavery to a masked man's gun. That is Babylon's story undergirding reality, and it's been with us ever since. One eternal game of King of the Hill. Same old story. That's take number one of who we are. But hear another tale of beginnings. This time from Hebrew lips. Whether you are a part of an Abrahamic faith or decline to join that society, the story is still foundational to Western culture. Whether we buy it or not, we all grew up in its penumbra. And wherever that story originated, this story of creation served to reorient the exiles from Jerusalem. Because imprisoned in Babylon's ICE concentration camp, East Montana, they were force-fed take number one. But after the sun had set and the slave work was done, whispering inside in the hush of lamplight, their elders told them another creation story, now found in Genesis, and told them, no, this is really who you are. As an act of resistance. In the Genesis story, there is no heavenly slaughter, no assembling of spare parts. No, this God created with but a word. Out of chaos, with artistry, panache, flair, with creativity. Every day, a new appearance: light, dark, sun, moon, stars, waters, dry land, green growing things, animals that creep, hop, crawl, slither, swim, leap, fly. Intricate, balanced, thrown together in delicious confusion. And at the end of every day, Israel's God sat back, delighted inside good stuff. The artists here know what I'm talking about. When it finally clicks, and you've done it. And at last, as the human began to stir, hitched a breath, opened our eyes, God sat back, clapped her hands in delight, and said, really good stuff. Friends, this story of creation is an act of love. Not violence, an act of tender love. And did you catch it? We humans are not created to be slaves of this God or anyone else for that matter, but beloved co-laborers to care for this world and everybody in it, to take care of each other, especially the vulnerable among us. Have dominion does not mean to dominate, extract, exploit, exhume, exfoliate, abuse, destroy. Not on your life. We are invited to be partners in creation, to build a new society tied with cords of love. That's why we're here, friends. The power of Take Two is exactly what kept the enslaved people sane, filled them with an invincible hope during the dark days of chattel slavery in the South. During the agonies of Jim Crow laws and public lynching parties, it gave them strength to carry on, and it can help us in our struggle today. Fixing this mess starts with a fundamental truth that will ground us. You are somebody. You are incredibly creative, splendiferous to the max. Oh, did I say perfect? No, I did not. But you are strong, loving, and wise, just the way you are. Old, young, multicultural, gender fluid, womanist, Latina, indigenous, South Asian, melanin challenged. You are the salsa that we all need. A wild, rich, variegated humanity, gifts to each other that we reject to our loss. The first and seventh principles of Unitarian Universalism affirm the inherent worth and dignity of all, and the fact that we live in an interdependent web of existence. Sounds like take number 2 to me. That's who we really are. Beloved human beings, every last one of us who belong here with all the other rainbow crowd, treating each other with respect. Yes, here another take on human being, a gentler, more humane view in which everybody belongs, where we all thrive. Imagine that, please. And when we know why we do what we do, we will leap into action, the way this congregation does in so many ways, has done for years. Because we know who we are, and don't you dare tell us different. Take number 2 tells us where we are going, and anything else just will not do. We won't settle for anything less. So in this current hostile environment, we will have your back, trans folks. We will do everything we can to protect you, immigrants, because take 2 tells us who we really are. We will protest against the lies, the violence, the kidnapping, yanking of funds away from Medicaid, SNAP, Head Start, Veterans Health Care, and God knows how many other programs. Didn't mean to startle you. I'll take that for an amen. Because we are family, all of us. Because take 2 tells us who we really are. The Arizona Poor People's Campaign will hold a Moral Monday memorial, easy for you to say, in front of Representative David Schweikert's office in North Scottsdale on Monday, February 23 at noon. That's a week from tomorrow. We will display a couple of coffins to mourn the deaths that his vote for that big, ugly bill last July has already caused. You are invited to the protest, and please feel free to bring your friends. Together we will sing Yara Allen's song, "Somebody's hurting my family, and it's gone on far too long, and we won't be silent anymore." Because take 2 tells us who we are, who we really are. It's not a matter of right or left, it's a matter of right or wrong. This is a moral issue, and we have take 2, number 2's good news to share with a bad news world. The truth is, we are all of us created as beloved children of our Creator's heart, treasured from the get-go. We are family, one and all. That's who we are. We won't give up because every one of us is worth it. We will keep on keeping on because we know how this story really ends. And that will give us courage for the days to come. Because it's going to take all of us to change the narrative, to get the job done. All of us. The challenge today is just too big, but all of us is exactly enough. Ordinary you and ordinary me. Oh, really, preacher? Have you looked around? What about when we're overwhelmed with the mountain of hate, the flood of lies, our valleys of despair, the oceans of hurt that surround us on every side? When our soul cries out, it's too much, too much. Because I don't want to rock your boat or anything, preacher, but there is another team on the field. And it is spewing all kinds of hateful take number one. And the media is just passing it on. Oh, I get it. I get it. Been there. But take another look. Do not be dismayed, friends, for we are not alone, not for a minute. There are forces that are moving in us, moving through us, moving beyond us. Some call them God, some call them Spirit, some just call them a cry wrenched from their souls. Look around. See the justice gathering, every bit as powerful as gravity, silent and immense. Look, children playing with a mountain stream can use rocks, sticks, mud to dam up the stream. Stop it cold, right? It'll pool up for a while, but eventually the pool will grow large enough. The water will find an outlet and flow downhill anyway, reaching the bottom where it was going to go anyway. Friends, that stream is called justice. And it will roll down like mighty waters, said Dr. King, using ordinary you and ordinary me. All of us. It's rolling down in Minneapolis, where a surge of ordinary folks are stepping up to protest, to blow their whistles to alert the neighborhood of ICE's presence, to drop food on the front porches of houses where folks huddle behind locked doors, too scared to poke their heads out lest ICE snatch them up. Justice is rolling down like mighty waters here in the Valley of the Sun, where 1,000 people crowded the chambers of the city council meeting in surprise a couple of Tuesdays ago and testified against ICE buying a warehouse to turn into another concentration camp. Let's call it what it is. Their testimonies went on and on, long after midnight. Yeah, take another look. Folks like that will insist. We will resist. We will persist. And when that starts to happen, take number 2 brings unexpected courage in the very midst of our struggle. Sojourners Magazine founder Jim Wallace tells of when he visited Archbishop Desmond Tutu in South Africa once, back during the apartheid days. Wallace was invited to a worship service where Archbishop Desmond Tutu would be speaking. As they drove up, he saw the road lined, the church surrounded by South African security forces in full tactical gear, ready for trouble. He walked into the sanctuary, and armed soldiers lined the walls. When the time came for Archbishop Tutu to stand up and speak, he stood up, looked around at the soldiers bristling with their weaponry, smiled, and said straight to them, "Come join the winning side." Even now, in our battered nation, forces are gathering strength, pooling up. We shall change the narrative. The love of power just cracks like matchsticks before the power of love. Because that's who we really are. And together, we will bend the moral arc of this country back toward justice for all. Ordinary you and ordinary me together.
The ushers could please come forward for our offering. Help means hope, and your help for this congregation gives us all hope for the mission and our obligations ahead. I do want to say a special note to thank everyone who contributed so generously to our annual pledge campaign. It was a successful campaign, a very successful campaign, and we're grateful to you for your generosity.
For our offertory, we're going to be doing I Know I Can, and you are welcome to join us if you know it. And if you like to sing, we'll also be having a choir rehearsal after church for about 45 minutes. And anybody is welcome to join us. Grab a cup of coffee and come join and sing along if you're interested.
For our closing words, an excerpt from Amanda Gorman's New Days lyric. We heed this old spirit in a New Days lyric. In our hearts we hear it. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. Be bold, sang time this year. Be bold, sang time. For when you honor yesterday, tomorrow ye will find. Know that we fought, need not be forgot, nor none. It defines us, binds us as one. Come over, join this day just begun. For wherever we come together, we will forever overcome.
Please rise in body or spirit and join us in turning the world around.
We come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire, turn the world around. We come from the water, living in the water. Go back to the water, turn the world around. We come from the mountain, living in the mountain. Go back to the mountain, turn the world around. Oh, so is life. Ah, so is life. Oh, so is life. Ah, so is life. Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do you know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Oh, so is life. Ah, so is life. Oh, so is life. Ah, so is life. Water make the river, river wash the mountain. Fire make the sunlight turn the world around. Bodies of the river, body is the mountain. Spirit is the sunlight, turn the world around. We are of the Spirit, truly of the Spirit. Only can the Spirit turn the world around. Oh, so is life. Ah, so is life. Oh, so is life. Ah, so is life. Oh, so is life. Ah, so is life. Oh, so is life. Ah, so is life.
Though we extinguish the chalice, connection to each other and this community remains. May its light guide us this week as we walk the path of justice, speak words of love, and fill our world with compassion until we meet again. Now go to love and serve your neighbor.